Welcome to day number 3, Spiritual Superstars. This is a part 2 to awareness, the gateway to spiritual awakening. And spiritual awakening is the moment that you wake up to your untapped and your unlimited potential, and you decide or not to answer the call, to move in your purpose, to be of service and do what you came here to do. It also separates you from the life that you don't want and binds you in action to live the life of your dreams. So, spiritual superstars, take a beautiful deep breath in with me now. Deep, deep, deep. You're challenging your human, kissing your higher self. You're connected with the divine, and let it out. Again. Exhale. So you will not see me on camera because we are going deeper, and I need you to focus on your self-development and really bind the changes that you're making. You have made it to day 3. By now, something in you has shifted. Even if it's subtle, you have already felt your power begin to return. You are blessed. You are protected. You are safer than you have ever been. That is not an illusion. It is real. And you have tapped into your truth. You have started cutting the energetic cords that have kept you tied to pain, to people, toxic situations, negativity, drama, gossip, low-level vibrations like trauma, and patterns that were never ever yours to carry. You have released that burden. Today, we take it even deeper because we want that burden to stay gone. So part 1, let's talk about why you're waking up at 3 to 5 a.m. Why is that happening? You may have noticed this already, that you're waking up in the middle of the night at a certain time, often between 3 and 5 a.m., based on when you're really going to sleep. Could be 12 a.m. every night. Even when there's no noise, no alarm, no reason that's humanly logical. But here's what's happening. During this time, your human is in REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep. That is when your muscles are mostly paralyzed. Okay, your human is asleep. But your brain, your human's brain, is highly active. Now, what exists in our brain? We've got our subconscious mind and we've got our conscious mind. You are awareness. You are observing. Remember, your emotions, your thoughts. Why does this matter? Because your human is asleep. Your ego is asleep. But your soul is wide awake, and you are the soul. You get to play. You get to dance. You get to travel and astral project. You get to go to other dimensions. You are back home. Your conscious mind is quiet. The logic, the reason. Okay? But your subconscious mind is open, downloading, receiving, accepting, and that's the window where spirit whispers deepest. We hear from God. We are open. Our subconscious ears are wide open. This is not random. This is a cosmic alignment, and you are being invited into higher consciousness. So part 2 is, what are brainwaves? And this is so important that you know this. Let's break it down. This is the way I taught it in my classroom. I used to teach middle school science and math, and you have brainwaves. Each one is aligned with your awareness or your consciousness. Okay? And so I used to tell my students, you need to be in beta state. You need to be in beta. Where's your beta? Are you in beta or are you in alpha? What are you doing? I need you to be focused, alert, stay on task. And that meant they needed to be in beta. Alpha. Who's looking out the window? Who's daydreaming? Who's looking off at space, staring at the wall? Who wants to just doodle on their paper? They're not paying attention. They're in alpha. They're feeling a little at peace, relaxed, right? Theta. Okay, who's drifting off? I could see the eyes rolling back in the back of their head. I could see them like they're almost gone. But they're on top with their intuition. They are open to receive. They're in a hypnotic state. Delta. Totally knocked out. I'm not even going to go for it. Sometimes we're not even going to wake a sleeping bear. If they are in delta state, let them rest. Let them heal their bodies, okay? Deep sleep. Gamma. On point. Receiving your spiritual guidance. Oh my goodness. During REM sleep, you shift between theta and gamma. And this just means you're not sleeping, you're downloading. So your human is knocked out, but there's another side of you that is receiving every bit of the data that it can. That you feed while your human is asleep, you're receiving it. So affirmations, videos, if you go to sleep watching the news, what are you doing? Downloading all that news into your human. What are you plugged into when you're going to sleep? That is what is programming your human. So you are receiving downloads. You are not just sleeping. You are healing. And you are receiving your spiritual guidance, your divine instruction. And guess what? Your human cannot block it. So this is the time to hypnotize your human. This is the time to program your human into the life that you want to live. This is the time to make sure your human knows that your human is unstoppable. This is the time to tell your human you are blessed, you are safe, you are successful, you are wealthy, you are healthy. This is the time to tell your human what it is that you want to do with your life, and you claim it and you call it, you declare it, and because you're commanding it. This is the time that your trauma, your past self, the abuse, the psychic attack, the spiritual warfare, the jealous and envious one, the one that can't support you, the narcissist, cannot stop it. They cannot stop what you receive. So feed your subconscious exactly what you want to bring into your current circumstances, because you are reprogramming your human at this time to manifest the life that you truly want, because your subconscious is now open. What's the difference between your minds? Well, look at the chart that I made here. And after you look at it, I want you to pause and read it and really soak it all up. And I want you to see and remember that you are consciousness. You are consciousness. And as you can see, subconscious is autopilot. Our human really goes by our energy, our emotions, and the visions, the dreams that you show your human. Okay, those are the images. And we have to speak to our human because we're connected with spirit. We are consciousness. This is why so many of you are waking up suddenly and it feels scary. So many of my clients check themselves into the mental hospital. They go to their medical doctor and find out nothing's wrong with them. They might be prescribed something that's pseudo medicine or a sugar pill, something that's fake, just to get them out of the office. Some people they have great doctors and they flat out tell them there's nothing wrong with you. Maybe therapy, maybe you need coaching. How often do they say it's spiritual? You're awakening. Your soul is rising. Your energy field is shifting. Woo, good job. Your subconscious is responding to new information. You're programming. So therefore you are reprogramming what's in your long-term and short-term memory quadrants. And spirit, which is Allah, God, Jehovah, Yahweh, the Most High, the Holy Spirit, Divine Source, Alpha and Omega, is saying, you ready? Asking you to accept the call. Are you ready to receive the new? You ready to transform your life? You ready to step into your purpose? You ready to do what you came here to do? Come on now, you ready to go on and act in your worth? Are you ready to charge what you're worth? Are you ready to be convicted in what I'm showing you? Are you ready? Part 4. What you must do now. This is the moment where your healing gets deeper. What you must do now, you are aware now. You are consciousness. You are very aware of the synchronicities, the signals that are happening. And awareness is the first step to mastering any spiritual awakening. Go to Amazon, get that book, 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. The second copy will be out this year, but you can certainly grab the first copy that I wrote. Take notes, use it as your guidebook. Write this down. Write this down. The moment I became aware, I became responsible for my own energy. So here's your day 3 practice. We are going to affirm it. What is it? That depends on you. Remember, I need you to be convicted in where you're going. Be determined, okay? Be committed to the life you are creating. We're not going to half behind it. We're not going to go in halfway. Dive deeply in. Speak these aloud. Or even better, record them in your own voice and listen to them when you wake up or before you go to sleep. And you can start off with these, but you definitely have the full list in the workbook below. Step 2 is you want to visualize it. Feel it. Everything that I have manifested, it is because I felt it so strongly that it didn't have any other chance. It didn't have any other path other than manifesting. I felt it so strongly that people around me, and this is everything, whether it's money, whether it is great health, whether it is reversing chronic conditions, whether it is jobs, promotions, whether it is gifts, whether it is love, whether it was my children, whatever it was, homes, whatever it was, I manifested it, and I felt it, and I visualized it, and I became it, and it was my reality. It was my truth. I was living that life. Even if no one else could see it, I was living it, to the point of people that were near to me in my own family thought I was crazy. Thought that they needed to say, I think you need to listen to the doctors. I think they said you shouldn't get pregnant, you would die, so would your baby. I think you need to listen to them. I think they know better than you. To me, totally disregarding all the naysayers, all the doubters, everybody, they didn't get an explanation from me. I remember I was laid off, and I just had my son, starting over with an infant and a toddler, a newborn actually, and a toddler. And I said, what am I going to do? I've got this amazing severance package, and I'd like to take off some years and enjoy my kids. And that's what I did. And I got bored. And I said, okay, well, what do I want to do? And I decided to go back to school and to become a teacher. And I remember I couldn't get the answer. I could not get the approval. The young lady said, well, I can't tell you if you're accepted or not. And I said, okay, well, the lease is up and I've got to move. And this is another state, a few states away, but I'm coming. And she said, I cannot confirm, I cannot deny, I can't say anything. And I said, okay, I understand. Well, I knew I was accepted. I knew it. Why? Because I wanted it. And I remember my nephew said, Aunt Nikki, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. He said, how are you going? What if they say no? You're going to up and move everything. And what if they say no? This was a little college town, beautiful, quaint little place. And I said, they won't say no. He said, how do you know? I said, because I feel it. I know it. Deep in my soul, I know it. It has already been done. And you know who told him? It was my sister. She doubted. And I don't blame anyone for that. You can't blame anyone for not seeing your vision and not having your determination and not having your level of commitment and conviction. Because this is your life that you're manifesting. This is your life that you're transforming. This is your energy that you're transcending into that desired outcome. So you must feel it. You must anchor it. Upon waking, write down anything you remember, because you will receive your spiritual guidance as your human is asleep. Because then your human cannot deny it. Your human cannot ignore it. Your human cannot say, this isn't human logic. This isn't reasonable. And so I'm not accepting it. Nope. You're telling your human, you don't have the lead anymore. Remember? You're letting me lead. So write it down. Symbols, numbers, places, visions, messages. Everything. Scenes, a thought, everything. This is how you train your human to hold your soul truth. To take those actionable steps to manifest and stay aligned with the opportunity. Right? So if you're feeling tingles, heat, cold waves, vibrations, goosebumps, a pull on your arm, prickles, tingles, the hot cold feeling, itching, all of it, vibrating energy all over your body, up and down your spine, the hair on your neck standing up. You are receiving spiritually guided spiritual sensations, and these are real. Spirit is reaching out to you. The universe is collapsing time for you. Things are happening. You're seeing numbers. You're seeing messages. You're receiving messages from people that don't even know each other, but they know you. How is that so? Well, the universe is talking to you. Spirit is confirming. You don't have to seek outside validation. These things are real. You are experiencing it. And I'm going to teach you more about this in the next few lessons and in my book, Spiritually Guided Spiritual Sensations. And so my final word for day 3, dear love, you are awakening. And this is no accident. You are now remembering that you, the soul, are not bound by human time. You understand and appreciate that you live in the 5th dimension. You traveled through the 4th and you got here into your human vessel. But honey, you travel often. The veil is lifting. Keep going. And I will see you in day number 4. I love you, spiritual superstar, and I am very proud of you for making it through day number 3.